right, got here. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and jump out to our um, micro scanner. So what we're seeing up here, up 49% is CISS, 34% BNAI, 3 million shares traded. We see ARAB behind that, and then everything else is pretty much red there. So we'll look into these top three, and also let's look at the non-micros. Over here we have NIO leading the non-micros with 8 million shares, but only up 6%. Behind that is GDTC, a cheaper one, with 7 million shares. And then the next one that's up over 20% is DHX. I believe that one was moving in aftermarket, but it is not competing with the top movers on the day. Okay. So let's look at the micros. These top three: CISS, BNAI, and ARIB. I'm not sure about. Let's see. Let's start. CISS yesterday was at yesterday was at 150 and came up here to 225, still within its ATR though. Hit its head on the ATR up here twice at that 237 level. Not able to really break out of that and become really a standout, but it's got 16 million, so somebody's interested. And let's see if we can find out why on CISS. All right, looking over here, CISS, it says this was 12 days ago, so no new news, but 12 days ago, it provides fleet expansion update in tanker sector. Um, and I'm just reading, I'm trying to see an interesting one so we can jump into it. It did do a reverse stock split 13 days ago. First stock split announced closing of a 9 million public offering, $9 million public offering. Let's see. This was last year. Last year, announces the date for release, reports financial, announces date for release. Okay, I don't see any headlines about what it's actually doing. Central Total Care Empowerment Command Center, ribbon cutting. So they opened their command center. 2 million registered direct offering. That was 3 months ago. Then they closed that offering. Announces price of 9 million public offering. So they've done two offerings. Then the closing of that 9 million after the direct, then a reverse split. They got a lot going on in here. Then they got announced the acquisition of 2 medium range product tankers. Okay, and then provides fleet expansion update 12 days ago. So let's see what that's talking about. They got a lot going on here. Reverse splits, direct offerings, um, acquisitions, buying some more tankers and all that. Okay. So let's see. We have Athens. Oh, this is out of Greece. Okay. Following the company, a dry bulk tanker seaborne transportation services provided today an update of its fleet expansion with the delivery of 2 MR product tankers, and those are the 2 that they probably purchased earlier that we saw. And announced management's estimate of company's net asset value as of September 30th, 2025. Okay, following the delivery of the 2 product tankers scheduled. All right, that's telling us all about the tankers. It's estimated approximately. So, based on currently prevailing market conditions, average daily charter revenues are estimated at approximately 55,000 for Aframax tankers and 25,000 for MR product tankers. So they bought 2 of these MRs. So they added pretty much 50,000 for that. We believe the cash flow contribution from the company's tanker fleet will be substantial. Okay, so this is all future casting. I'm not with that. So CISS has a lot going on in its life, trying to find some stability, buying more tankers. But so they recently did a direct offering, like at the end of last year, end of 2025. Then they did a public offering, which means that they went through some dilution, selling all those shares. Public offering of $9 million. And then they bought 2 tankers, which added approximately 50,000 to their revenue. So bought 2 tankers, which added 50K to their overall revenue. Or was it overall, or how much? What's that? Average daily revenue. So daily revenue is 50,000 per day. Okay. But they did dilute their stock though, for sure, with the public offering and then a direct offering. All right, so that is my notes for CISS. Whoops. That move it right here. Direct offering at the end of 2025. Then they did a public offering, then bought. So those are red flags because of the dilution. So I'm not too sure about that. Let's go on to BNAI. We've seen this one. It is a little bit more expensive. Let's see. It terminates a $50 million standby equity purchase agreement. All right, so let's look into BNAI. It's got news on today, but up 41% with almost 5 million shares traded on it. Let's see what you're talking about. News. Let's look over their previous news here. Okay, go to news, buddy. All right, so let's just look let's look back a little bit into a little bit of last year and kind of just read through the headlines that they got and towards the top. All right, so 10 months ago, that's too far back. Brand expand into hospitality and AI concierge. Being secure is a 3-point mid. I want to see have they been diluting? That's the main thing. So expand AI offerings, launch AI partnership, global insurance solutions, launches Sky AI platform, secures $3.5 million line of credit, which isn't their money. That's a line of credit. So yeah, they can use it, but they got to pay it back. Being appoints Dr. Rule on the board. Brand engagement. Finalize a 5 million exclusive AI licensing partnership. Weak. Brand engagement being information. So this was coming into a month ago. So they did do a 1-for-10 reverse split. Okay. 2 months ago. I'm not sure the exact date. Let me look. Let me notate that. One for 10 reverse stock split today. What's today? December 2nd. First stock split. December 2nd, 2025. Then, so that decreased the amount of shares traded because it says will affect 1 for 10. So for every 10 that's out there, you'll get 1. Right? So that effectively made their float a lot lower there on December 2nd. Let's go back to that December 2nd. That's the reverse stock split. Then Ben and Sky announced formation. So that's another kind of partnership collaboration. Then strengthens balance sheet with over 1.24 million liability reductions. Okay. It says liability reductions, including conversion of 500,000 in affiliate debt at $2.10 per share. Well, it's definitely way away from $2.10 per share right now. Then it says they re-announced pretty much the same news there. Finalizes agreement for proprietary AI engagement. About midday. Okay, so now it's starting to kind of fade. 1 month ago. Then here it secures a licensing partnership in Africa. Traders monitor Trump's Davos speech. This is 8 days ago. Brand Engagement Network reports 1.6 million in cash proceeds from warrant exercises and provides public warrants update. Brand Engagement Network secures 1.518 million premium private placement at $63 per share. Did it go to 63? It did. Yeah, it definitely did. Okay. So a private placement, but the thing about a private placement is it's for a specific group of investors like it's not for everybody. It's a private placement, right? It's giving a specific investor something and not really the public. Which means that they could have sold a lot. If it was to go to 63, it went up to almost 100 and then came back down. I mean, that's it's at 30 something right now, so that's half. That means they definitely took some profit off. This brand engagement networks AI Africa AI deal sheet cleanup. 6 days ago, Trump's choice, Wall Street. Okay, brand engagement reports. So I'm not seeing anything that could cause it to go back up like that. Brand engagement network terminates 50 million standby equity purchase. So let me go ahead and jump in here. So this is an hour ago. So we looked through pretty much the history. We saw we had a reverse stock split at December 2nd. And then this. So Brand Network, a provider of secure enterprise-grade artificial intelligence solutions, today announced the termination of its standby equity purchase agreement dated August 26, 2024, so 2 years ago, or a little less than 2 years ago, an affiliate of Yorkville Advisors Global LP. The agreement previously permitted the company to sell up to 50 million of its common stock to the investor from time to time. The termination was effective immediately with no outstanding obligations or advancements under the facility. Since the company's 1 for 10 reverse stock split became effective on December 12th, 2025, Ben utilized the facility for only one drawdown. In addition, the company recently closed the first installment of its 1.51 million premium private placement. So a lot of people are receiving things other than the public, right? We got private placements. We got this deal that was with the other guys dropping them 50 million of common stock every so often. So they cut that. Let's see. For the avoidance of doubt, being elected to terminate the facility, and there are no outstanding obligations or advances thereunder. So pretty much they cut their debt, having been obligated to do that. As of the date of this announcement, the company has approximately 5,834 shares, 834,000 shares outstanding unaudited, of which approximately 3 million are in the public float. So it's low float, recent warrant exercises, debt conversions, and premium private placements. We remain focused on maintaining a disciplined capital strategy and a clean capital structure as we scale revenue generating deployments. Said so. They're still scaling revenue. Okay, I'm not seeing anything that would cause this thing to go back up though. It seems like it's made its move. The people that got their $63 sold, and now it's sitting at half of that $63. So this is kind of like the aftermath move, just a little pop off the bottom. Let's jump back over here. So this was the news reverse stock split. It popped down here to 16 for a little bit, then back up to 31. So yeah, that's a little bit of deadly motion right there with 5 million shares traded. Top side of 37. I mean, could it go back up to 60 something? I'm not sure. I really don't know. But yeah, it went up to 45 on this day. Went down to 17, up to 40. And this was the fall off that we saw. So it came in here, quite a bit of a fall off. I guess these folks up here was like, whoa, we have this much money, let's just sell. They took all of that money in. They definitely made some people rich, just maybe not retail. All right, let's jump over here to back to CISS. We know it had the direct offering. It's coming on down. Still has 23 million shares traded, but you know, doing this thing to the downside. Let's look back at the non-micros, the non-small caps. Not really seeing really aggressive ones in here. The market, let's look at the overall market. So the overall market has been trending down. Past couple of days had a little run up and has made these trends down. So one of the things that I don't want to lose focus on is some of the things that have been moving over the past weeks. So I have my notes here, and we can see at the top of the notes EVTV, which isn't looking super strong right now, and then GXAI with their connection to Amazon. Amazon has been having red days since the market has been coming down, but I'm keeping my eye on GXAI just in case the market flips and starts to reverse course and starts to come back up, and Amazon starts to do well as well, because Amazon committed to this little small cap company. So keeping my eyes peeled for that move. But today I'm not seeing anything that kind of counteracts these catalysts. So I didn't see anything noteworthy to add to the list. EVTV, of course, we had the Enviro Tech vehicles, the EV vehicles, and they are going into actually executing on their infrastructure initiative. And then GXAI, like I said, got a commitment from Amazon Web Services to fund preliminary development of Gaxos Labs. And so I want to see when this pops off, if any more news comes out about this. The keywords in this was Amazon, AI, and cryptocurrency. And so, of course, we know that Bitcoin was going down as well. Bitcoin is, let me look at where Bitcoin is actually. Let me look there at Bitcoin, oh boy. Okay, Bitcoin is at 69,000. So again, cryptocurrency and having Amazon both in their keywords, we see Bitcoin coming down. And so all of these things kind of have to come to some type of confluence where they come together and kind of make sense. But right now, it's not making sense to buy it when Bitcoin's looking like this and then Amazon is also down. Okay. So just keep my eyes out, looking for noteworthy things and trying to stick to those catalysts until I see something else noteworthy. But I didn't see anything today. As far as what we have on the scans right now, CISS, we diagnosed that one. BNAI already pretty much did their move, and a lot of people made money, or a lot of the private placement investors made money. AREB up only 14%, so don't know where that wants to go. Let's see, go over here to non-micros. Nvidia coming on back up. MU, Intel. Man, Intel just needs to drop through the floor, man. I'm so tired of them. Just drop so I can buy you. Really want some of that. I was able to buy some more Verizon on their dip. Um, and who else did I buy? I bought a couple of some of the sectors that I'm really interested in are like and this is for my longer term portfolio, but some of the sectors I'm interested in is healthcare, um, groceries, especially during all of this snow and stuff and all of the downpours and stuff. Man, the grocery stocks, whoo, lesson. Um, let's see, healthcare, groceries. What else? Healthcare REITs, anything that is rental properties or land for healthcare development, buildings and things like that. Infrastructure, utilities for sure with the all of these outages and things from the snow, they've been getting a blessing as well. But yeah, just keeping it rolling, looking for where I need to take risk and trying to stay away from where I don't. A lot of times I don't know, I would have these on watch or I would get some good notes and then I would just take my eyes off of them and then all of a sudden they're ripping and I'm like, oh my goodness, I missed the move. I should have been looking over there. I was looking at something like CISS up 34%, not making any sense, just taking up time and space, right? Or looking at BNAI, thinking it can go back up to 60 when, I mean, everybody's made their money and they're selling their shares, right? This is a dead cat bounce, of course, went down from 60 to 16. Dead cat bounced back up here to 36 and continue to trade around this level. 5 million shares. AREB, nope. Nope, 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 and nope. But we're going to continue to do the defensive play. So far, I've only taken 2 trades this month. Right here on this month. So the first trade was on GXAI for $534. The second trade was on GXAI. I sized way down because I was thinking maybe it could go back up. I lost $5 on that trade, so 534.75, and then I lost $5.13 of that, 12 cents basically. But I made on the original winner 53 cents per share on 1,000 shares from 198 up to 252 there. So those were my only trades of this month on the 3rd. Okay. So yeah, just looking around, being vigilant at this point, waiting for that market to rebound out of the dumps. Be ready for it. Today is Wednesday hump. Let me see if we have any speakers today actually. Today is the 4th, 5th. So no speakers on today. We have speakers for yes or tomorrow though. Economic outlook, and supply side inflation dynamics. So, good morning, Danielle, in the building. So we pretty much went through all of the movers. Let me give you the summary for what we've looked at on these. So for CISS, what we found out was they did a direct offering at the end of 2025. They did another public offering and closed this offering. So they went through a whole bunch of dilution for CISS. Then they bought another 2, and I need to update this. They bought another 2 tankers that will add the revenue of 50,000 per day. Okay, but that's after they did all that dilution. So I don't even know if it's going to be as volatile as it used to be with all that dilution. The other one we were looking at was BNAI. BNAI up 32%. Now it did a let me activate this, bring this out here. So it did a reverse stock split. It announced the reverse stock split on the 2nd, but actually initiated it on the 12th. So December initiated on December 12th. On a reverse stock split, so that effectively reduced the amount of shares that it had, But before it did this, it had a private placement, which it allowed a lot of specific investors to make a lot of money on the rip up to what 50, 60, $70, and then it fell back down all the way to 16. So I really don't know if this one's going to be able to get back up. I think it's going to trade until people want to take profit again, maybe, but I don't know if it's going back up. It's only up 34%. Um, and so definitely red flags on the two top leaders in the micro floats. And I haven't seen any strong stocks over here in the non-micros, which is where I'm looking, where I thought some action would be. But maybe today is a penny stock day and something's moving under 75 cents, but it will not show up on my scan. I just see the scans as a weak scan, and maybe there is something down there that's cheap that's moving, but I don't see those on my scan. I want them to get to at least 75 cents during pre-market and get over 75 cents with some catalysts and give us some moves. So if I'm not seeing that on my scans yet, that's why. Or if you're not seeing it on my scans yet, that's why. Okay. But yeah, looking pretty like a sit on my hands day. Still watching for GXAI to retry to get up to that $2, but right now it has this ATR up here at 193 and an ATR down here at 141. It has been trending downwards here for the first day. This is where I caught the move here all the way up to 252. So I got in at right at 2 flat and caught that move up there. Took profit up there almost a tip top really, but I didn't get all of it. And then it came back down and has been trending down. Oh, CISS is restricted on TOS. Did not, where is it out of China or something? Let me see. I didn't even look at where it was. We just did a deep dive on its actual catalyst, and I saw the red flags and I stopped looking at it. Let's see where it's at. Might be China or Canada. Those are the two most blocked ones. See one called Arnaz up 47%, just popped up. It's $12.50. Arnaz, we're gonna pop over there. It is out of Greece, Athens. Okay. CISS is out of Greece, but the new one that's popping up is Arnaz here. Let's see. Transcode Therapeutics Quantum Leap announced submission of IND amendment for phase 2A clinical trial. So this is a phase 2A clinical trial. This is going to be a little bit choppy. It's coming up to 1 million shares traded, only 800,000, went up to a high of 1439. Apparently, I marked this up at some point in the past, but hit that level up there, 1439. Let me go look at the daily chart here. All right, so we will come over to the daily chart. Closed at 8, so green flags. It was a brain cancer, breast cancer type deal. I have seen this one in the past. And this is collaboration news. Collaboration with Quantum Leap announced submission for this phase 2A clinical trial. So we'll see what that does, but it may become the leader on today. I haven't seen anything else moving with this kind of range, but I would say we need to pay attention to these wicks. Don't like those big old wicks there. This wick was from up to 14 and it wicked all the way back down to 11. It's a $3 wick down there. Let me zoom in a little bit before I go blind. Okay, so there we go. So 1264 looks like a peak daily level. So I'm looking over here on the daily chart for Arnaz right here, standout level right there of 1262. We'll go ahead and mark that as a peak daily level. Edit peak. Peak daily level. That it seems to be wanting to hold up. Okay. We're gonna look into this one a little bit more. We're probably gonna focus in over here because this is the most bullish looking one. We need to see if it's trash or not. Should we just watch it like a movie or should we participate? All right, so it is out of Boston, Massachusetts. It has 7 full-time employees. It is healthcare biotech. This is the daily chart or the daily peak daily level right there, the 1262 that it is struggling with right there. Oh, I'm on the 5 minute. My bad. It's in the 1 minute, 5 minute. All right, right here, it's tested this level 1262. And yeah, doing a little movement. It's hit a million shares traded. Let's see if I can research a little bit more. So it says, yeah, so coming off of that peak daily level there, looking aggressive. See how that holds. Right. Anyway, let me see. So Transcode Therapeutics Inc., a biopharmaceutical company, focuses on the developing and commercializing drugs. And I have seen this one before actually. So I'm wondering, can it be something that can make me some money? Or is it going to slash under this daily chart? It hasn't really, I mean, this daily level hasn't really pulled back here yet on the 1 minute above this 1262. I would like to see a pullback. All right, that's quite a lot of pullback, my boy. So we're on the 1 minute chart. We see that we have a little bit of structure building here. So here, we're going to continue to research to see what this thing can do. Right now, I haven't seen anything else. So this may be a short-term play. Definitely not trying to hold this at all. Came back under this daily level there. And the bottom side is 1222. All right, so this one, like I said, we've seen this one before. Last time it came up, it was breast cancer news and things like that. Let me jump over to the news on it. See what it's got other than this collaboration. Okay, let's see. Okay, getting away from that daily level, so that is quite a bit of a pullback off of this 1264 level. Pulling into, did make a little bit lower low there. Right back up though. All right, so it's got almost 2 million shares traded, opening up under this daily level. Has a little bit of structure to the downside here. And like I said, this one may be a short-term play. Okay, big boy. Let's see if it gets back over this daily level. Looks like it can. It's kind of doing a lot of snatching around though on this lower volume. 2 million shares traded. Still coming up the map. Still within this downtrend with the bottom of 1213. Okay. Okay. Let's see where you come down to, big boy. Again, testing that daily level. 1262. That's a higher open there. So it's got a low down here of 1162. And the question is, can it start to hold over this 1266? And back up there. And it's got the next level up there to 14. So let's see how it does. Can it start holding this 1266 level? Still within this downtrend though. 2 million shares traded. I'm not looking to take any big size on this either. Because I don't think it's going to last a day. So floating right above that. So, okay, getting back up there. Bumping up against that daily level there. Still in a downtrend though. For it to get out, it would have to get over this $13 there. Still running his head up in there. Continues to do the pop and drop. up 45% with 2 million shares. Very kind of low volume, but like I said, this one might be a short-term play, maybe a short-term opportunity. Continues to play around that between that level and the 225s. See how it closes here. Has 8 seconds, 6 seconds here. Still in the overall downtrend. Yep. All right. So at this point, the top here is 1250 where it fell from. And bought up there. Let's see if it can start to test back up here to the 1262s, or if it wants to make a lower low here below the 12s. Got our daily levels. I really don't trust the intraday levels. I really just stick to just daily levels. What I want to see. All right, coming on down. Coming on down. Only up 38% now. Still within this downtrend. Big ups there. Okay. Will it shoot through? Gotta take like 5 shares. Man, this thing is a popper, isn't it? I'm not sure about that. I don't like that action. It might go, but still within the overall downtrend. Okay, yeah. Went a little bit through there. I just don't like that popping. Let's see if it can open the next candle above the downtrend. Got about 30 seconds left. Let's see where you open up. And can we use this bottom as an out? 1231. Whew. Okay. See, okay, it went up to 1384. That was a big pop, but man, that rip down is something crazy. Yeah, this one is not too stable. It's got 2 million shares traded. All right, so we have another part of the downtrend here. So this will be counting for another one there, and we'll see how it trades within this level. It's got that daily peak level, and it's got this top side level here, but I'm not sure if it can hold. We'll see how this candle closes. Almost 3 million shares traded on it. Definitely a little slowdown in here with 6 seconds left on the candle. Okay. All right. So opened up higher, going up and touching that next level, the next trend there. Has room up. So yeah, it's holding up there, but this movement is kind of crazy, actually. And held by these downtrends. This will be another down. Let's see if it stays up now. Got the 13s here, it's got its level here, and it's doing a whole bunch of this pulling back stuff. Okay, so right back to that daily level right there. So now this is going to count for it's a little bit out here. I'm going to put another one out here. We're just setting up the amount of structure that is building out. Has a bottom down here of the 1234s. Let's see if it continues to hold out of this little trend and maybe hold up some type of uptrend here. See if we can spot the uptrend. Right now it's just bouncing on this daily level, but with that much selling towards this daily level, I really want to give it a chance if it does want to spike down lower, because we know this is a daily level. This is serious business. Serious business at a daily level. Forget the intraday levels. These daily levels will kill you. All right. So breaking down back into this previous level. back below the daily level, and so we got a couple of ideas of downtrends here. Okay, so we'll see where this closes. %43% with 3 million shares traded. Okay. So barely held out of there. Retesting this daily level. And has room all the way back. That's a dollar move back up that it will have to make. That's quite a bit of a push for this catalyst. So I think I'm gonna let this candle close as well. Okay. Still on that struggle bus at that daily level. Daily is acting like a wall here. Previous low came down to $12.04. And there's a new low, but still holding outside of this downtrend. Let's see what it wants to do here. 1230s. Continue to test those levels. $3 million shares traded. Well, headed towards 4 million. It may be the leader on the day. Let me continue to read while I'm wasting time, not looking into red flags. Give me a second. Let's see. So go therapeutics phase 1. Let's see why not to trade this one. So it did a reverse stock, 1 for 28 reverse stock split 8 months ago. Let's see, they did an acquisition, so it announces the acquisition of pot. So they bought something for 25 mil. Strategic financing by a subsidiary of CK. Therapeutics acquire a lot of acquisitions of smaller entities, smaller subsidiaries. Presents preliminary data of phase 1 that was 3 months ago. Expands executive team. Transcode Therapeutics Leap Healthcare collaboration. That was 1 month ago with the collaboration. Is this a is this is a reissuing of the same news from a month ago. Collaboration news from a month ago. Interesting. Might be a little bit weaker news then. Holding under this daily level has been hugging this downtrend. Another test back up to this daily level. And at this point, it is becoming the bars, the candles are becoming a little bit smaller. For it to get out, it would have to get all the way up here to 1374. Quite a bit of a push, especially with the a resurgence of collaboration news. Bottom of this is 1229. That's why the volume isn't that much, because this is just a repeat of the news. All right. Anyway, I will come back later on. Oh, let me go ahead and notate what I got here because I don't want to. So this one is a reissue of news from a month ago. Collaboration news from a month ago. Okay. And They only did one reverse split last year. It's last year. Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, just holding in these downtrends. This daily level is really an issue for it. And a breakdown of all of this will be at this point right here at the 1177. There'll be a breakdown point. And now it's making lower. So now it has downtrends inside of the main downtrend, which is definitely not a great sign. So from here, right here, downtrend, we'll see how it continues to how this daily level continues to treat it. It's failed this multiple times and has this level down here of the 1175 here to break down. Okay, well, I've seen enough. No matter what it does, I'm kind of on the sideline for this one. Y'all gonna trade it, definitely keep your head on the swivel. Know that it is a repeated news catalyst that was repeated from last month of a collaboration on a phase 2A deal or whatnot, not deal, but 2A study. So definitely be careful with that. It's got 4 million shares traded. Maybe it does do something if it becomes the only thing that people see. Maybe it does something, but at this point, I'm good. Coming back up there to that daily level once again, and let's see if it gets swatted. Actually, I don't have time to see if it gets swatted. I'm about to get out of here, actually. But yeah, we got multiple levels up here, the 1262 up there to the 1480. But yeah, whatever. See, continues to hold this daily level. Has failed this daily level a couple of times, but continues to hold over it. Little pump out there up to that previous candle. Getting pushed back down. All right, let me get on out of here, man. I'm not gonna risk it on this one. I'll watch it, but I'll watch it for the devastating blows to the downside. The shorts seem to be regaining a lot of confidence, which is good because when something does good come out, or man, I'm speaking like Yoda, when something good comes out, that's going to put them in a horrible situation to try to keep these things down. But they are pretty confident, especially from yesterday. Wasn't a lot of 100% movers, and a lot of things were just coming under attack. So same thing with today, only a 50% mover, and they're still super confident. So we need to look for that good catalyst where they are confident in shorting, and then they get squeezed on out of there. But this one, nah. I'm gonna leave this one alone and let the pros trade this one, for sure. All these wicks and stuff, nah. Coming back down to this daily level again at 1262. Nah, I'm good. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm going to zoom out and I will be in the Discord once I make it to the other office. But yep, that's it for me. And as always, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.